Hi friends, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ebony. I'm a furniture artist and I specialize in taking neglected pieces of furniture and turning them into something beautiful. So in today's video, I'll be working on a TV stand. I've had this for so long and I'm finally tackling it. So my mission here lately has been to quickly flip everything that I have stored up in the shed. I'm really ready to take my furniture flipping business and skills to the next level. I definitely want to get a bunch of dressers. I want to master dining sets. I want to do some hutches, all of that fun stuff, but I can't get into any of that until I cleared out the stuff that I have on hand first. So for that reason, this is going to be a very simple flip. I'm not doing a whole lot to it. I'm mostly just trying to use the products that I have on hand, so I'm not investing a whole lot. I want to get this done just quick. So as you can see, it's covered in dust. There are some scratches on the side, but other than that, it's in very good shape. So let's go ahead and just dive right into this flip. So as with every flip, I just like to start by cleaning. This time I'm using dish soap and hot water, and then I'm going to rinse everything back with just plain water. Okay, I just wanted to come and ask you all real quick, do you all have the same problem that I have with the flies? For some reason, they just gravitate to me. I don't know if it's something that I'm wearing that they like the smell of it, but they have all of this free space and they just stay on me all day. And so I had to put a pause and handle some business off camera with this fly. But one thing I want you guys to know, I've noticed sometimes I'll see a black dot or a yellow dot on my furniture, and for a long time I couldn't figure out what that stuff was. I would just wipe it up as quickly as I could, and then it hit me, that's fly poop. So I looked it up, and sure enough, you guys, it was fly fecal matter. Okay, so if you get that stuff up as quickly as you can, it won't leave a stain, but the longer it sits, the more it kind of soaks into your finish. So just keep that in mind, and yeah, let's move on. Okay, so for these sliding doors, I use tape to protect the areas that I didn't want to paint, and that includes the glass as well. So I know for some, you may be thinking I should have just taken the glass out, and I thought about it, but I've never really dealt with those rubber strips that kind of keep the glass in place. And I didn't know what experience that would be trying to put them back together. So I just opted to do it this way. And for me, it worked out in the end. It was rather therapeutic, so I enjoyed this process. But if you're not like me, then you can just take the glass out if that's what you prefer to do. But in the end, it made it nice and easy when I was assembling the TV stand back together. Okay, and the next thing I do here is I remove the top of the TV stand, and I do that because my spray gun is very difficult to operate in small spaces, especially because I have to hold it in an upright position at all times. So I just like to take advantage of making the painting process flow more smoothly anytime that I can. So by removing this, everything is just gonna go so much better in the end, and you will see that coming up soon. Okay, so here I am just removing the pegs, and then for the ones that I can't remove, I just protected that with some tape. I've learned from experience it's just best to protect any pegs or anything that latches together. You definitely don't want to just cover it with paint. It makes the process of reassembling your furniture just that much more difficult. So go ahead and do this wherever you can and just put them all in one safe place. Okay, so now to repair the gouges or the scratches, we're going to use Bondo. Bondo is one of my favorite wood fillers. It's a two-part product. So once you add the cream hardener, it kind of stiffens up in about 4 minutes. So you just want to move quickly, but it definitely will give you a nice solid finish. It'll be just like as if, like as if it's a part of the wood. I can't really explain it. You just, if you know, you know. So this is definitely something I would recommend buying if you don't have this already. And just one thing you should do, so do as I say and not as I do, but you should be wearing gloves whenever you're using this product. I did definitely learn that the hard way, and I definitely did put them on as soon as I realized that I didn't have them on. So make sure you have your gloves and you should be good to go. Okay, so once I sanded down the Bondo and I gave everything else a nice scuff sand, I wiped everything back with a damp cloth and I was ready to move on to primer. So I've decided to go ahead and invest in the gallon of Zinzerbin shellac based primer. I was very hesitant to do so. It took me quite a while to just kind of take that leap because it's such an expensive product. It's about $50. It was actually closer to $60 after tax because they didn't have it in my local hardware stores, and I actually had to go to one of the paint stores and find it. It's been selling off the shelf, so I don't know if that means everybody's getting put on game or if it's just really hard to get right now with the times that we're in. But nonetheless, I do like this stuff a lot. I do believe it does help with the adhesion of your paint. And so I just went ahead and applied it with a roller all over, and then I was ready to move on to paint. Now I've decided to go ahead and use this gray color that I've used in a previous flip. I'll put the color on the screen, and this is actually a cabinet enamel. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spray all over, and I think I did 2 coats of paint before I was ready to move on to the next step. Okay, and as you guys know, the last thing I always do is I seal everything up with my water-based polyurethane. I use a water-based polyurethane, and I do between 2 or 3 coats. I believe I did 3 on the top and 2 everywhere else. And once I've done that, I was pretty much done, and I was ready to assemble everything back together. So if you want to see the results, just keep watching, and we're gonna get into the reveal.